When someone has an accident and collapses a few hours later. This happened to a long lost friend of mine 7 years ago. Hello guys, welcome back to my favorite vlog where we educate people on how to choose their stories. So today it's going to be a very emotional story for me because this happened to someone 7 years ago, back when I was in secondary school. She came back from school, so she went out to go get something. My mother sent her on an errand, and while she was trying to cross the main road, a motor hit her and she somersaulted and hit her head on the hard rock. She stood up, nothing happened, just a little bit scratch along the arm, and everybody were thanking God, nothing serious, so she went home. A few hours later, she was complaining that she was feeling dizzy and she had this very serious headache. So she took para and then she went to sleep, thinking it was just weakness and headache. Only for them to rush her to try to wake her up. She couldn't respond, she wasn't responding, she wasn't breathing, and they rushed her to the hospital. She was dead. They were like, what's happening? What actually went wrong? As time went on, I realized it was actually brain hemorrhage. Brain hemorrhage is simply known as bleeding in or around the brain. It's when blood vessels burst inside the brain and blood fills up the brain. Now imagine what happens when blood is burst inside the skull, like around the brain area. It presses against the brain, cut off oxygen, and damages nerves. And you know how dangerous that is. What are the causes of brain hemorrhage? The most common cause is trauma, like a car accident in the case of my friend, or a hit in the head during sports or during fights, or someone hitting their head against a rock, like a hard hit against the rock. Other causes include high blood pressure, aneurysm, or stroke. Now, what are the warning signs? Like, how do you know when someone has a brain hemorrhage? Sudden headache, and this kind of headache is not the normal headache. It's this headache that is so severe, so painful, like the worst type of headache ever. Loss of consciousness, weakness in arms or legs, dizziness, confusion, seizures, blurry visions, or like difficulty in speech. Now, mind you, these symptoms sometimes they come like immediately after the hit or a few hours later. Now, what happens when you have a trauma? The brain is in an enclosed space. It doesn't have an extra space. So when trauma happens, when the brain starts bleeding, pressure is being built up. And due to the pressure building up, the brain cells damage so fast and so easily, and it can lead to permanent disability, memory loss, or even death. So what do one do in case of any trauma? If you or your loved one has a trauma, maybe you hit your head or a car crash, or maybe doing a sports or fight and you get a head injury, don't just say you're fine. Get checked. A scan like a CT scan is able to detect bleeding early. Remember, the earlier the treatment, the better chances of survival. What happens during the treatment process for brain hemorrhage? After the CT scan is being done, doctors may prescribe medications in order to reduce swelling. Or rather, a surgery is being done to remove bleeding or to relieve pressure. Many people will lose from accidents. We could have saved them if only we knew what brain hemorrhage was. So now we know. So in case any of your loved one or you have had a head injury, don't just wait for them to say I'm fine. No. Go, check, ask, save a life. Alright guys, welcome to the end of this video, and I hope you were able to learn something new and educative today. So if you learned something new and you would like to hear more of this kind of stories, don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and also don't forget to share. Remember, save your life. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!